Hello, folks. It is now Tuesday, the 14th of December, and I would like to give some more information regarding my new track. So, I announced yesterday that Alomar Records out of Sweden, and I believe that the label is run by Victor Zeidner, who is also this cat, Slim Vic. This is one of the first things I received from the label to review several years ago. It's a good label. Good electronic label. There's another one by I think Victor is the main guy behind the label. Slim Vic is what he goes by. DJ electronic artist. I was so pleased when Victor asked me if I would be willing to contribute a track to this year's Because We Love Music project. And I want to explain here, because I didn't yesterday, because I really didn't have my facts together. But since 2015, the label has presented this collection of music associated with the label. And the income from this particular project goes to the Tim Bergling Foundation for their work with suicide prevention and mental health services. It was set up by Tim Bergling's family. Tim Bergling was better known as the producer of Avicii, and I do remember this now that I believe he committed suicide. So I'll leave the link again, and you can buy all the tracks. They release one track per artist all December. They've been doing this since 2015. I'm number 13. I was the artist of the day yesterday. Well, they released my track yesterday. So what I'm saying is I encourage you, please, to buy the track. The money, I received nothing. I'm very happy to contribute to this this effort. As you may know, you folks that have been following me for a while, my background is in mental health. I'm a retired mental health professional. Over 30 years experience, and I won awards as well. The awards don't mean that my work was good. My work was good, but the awards are, people like to know that. So I'm really happy that I can be involved in something where the effort is towards trying to do something healing. So buy the track. I'll leave the link. Buy all the tracks. I'm completely confident that Victor and the label follow through with what they say they do with the money. I'm really happy to contribute. I don't have any money, and yet I don't have any problem offering this in service to others. Okay? That's important. A couple of records sitting out. I do appreciate the feedback, folks, and one person was saying, well, more than one person will say that they wish the videos were longer. And I just make the videos very spontaneously, and I just talk until I feel like I'm done. Okay, and so that's kind of how it goes. You know, some of them are longer. Just, it depends on what I'm thinking about and what I want to share. So an album that I played that I keep, I've sold it and then I bought it back used, Alquin. Nobody Can Wait Forever. They're described online as a progressive rock band, but this is more of a soul band with some interesting arrangements. This is a pretty decent album, but overall I wouldn't call this prog, no. But I'm keeping it. Like I said, I had it before when I bought it when it came out. Never warmed up to it, and then years later I picked this up, cut out copy of it. I'm keeping it. On the other hand, here's an old album that just, I don't know why it's not better known. It's very, very good. And if you happen to see this, Carlos, I know you've watched my videos before, so I'm saying hello. I'm talking about you, baby. Carlos Alomar. He was one of David Bowie's right-hand men for many, many years on guitar. Carlos put out this album in '87 on Private Music, the New Age label, which it's not New Age. Dream Generator. This is really good. I'd call it more fusion than anything. It's really good. Look at the cover. Haven't played this, but I pulled it out because I was online, like many of us are, and Roger Simonson showed his copy of Prince's Lovesexy. And I like this album, but he showed that his copy is one that is see-through. When you put it up against the light, which I can't demonstrate here, but it's opaque. It's not black vinyl. I never knew until yesterday. Kind of cool. I looked it up on Discogs, and they explained that some of the first run came out like this. I guess it wasn't really on purpose. Something I bought recently. I don't know if I talked about it, but I played it again yesterday. Inoyama Land. Commissions. There's some musicians who put out an album originally produced by Hiromi Hosono, and that's how I first heard about this project. And it appears, it looks like they do music for installations and stuff like that. It is very ambient and atmospheric, but it's not wallpaper, it's above that. It's this cover, that's a beautiful visual rendition of what the music is like on this album. It's very good. Hadn't played this in a long time, and some drum and bass records have aged. The whole drum and bass thing, I kind of thought that when it started that it was so frenetic and hectic that it was like, this isn't gonna last, and it didn't. But Ryuichi Sakamoto, when he did the plays the orchestra thing with the big orchestra thing, he did some remixes, and this is one, Anger Grief, where there are remixes on here by Eamon Tobin and Talbin Singh. And I kind of like this better than the main project, which is him and this huge orchestra. I was hanging out with my friend Blake yesterday. We are plotting our next musical adventure, trying to get another live band going, featuring a lot of my compositions. And like I said, Blake is much younger than me. I just really love his energy. And we were talking about hip hop because I was, talking about what's going on. He loves hip hop, black music in general. Blake is white, don't matter, but I'm just, explaining. And I was just kind of talking about this and that and what I had caught up with, and somehow Death Grips came up. That was one of the hip hop acts that he liked that I also liked, and then I said, well, I've got it's a bootleg, but it's still very collectible. I've got, I think, their first album. He says he had never even heard this. Ex-Military. Then I explained to him how this is very collectible. My copy is a bootleg, but I've looked online on Pop Site, and even this bootleg is going for hundreds of dollars, which is fun to know. It's not for sale. My nephews get to do what they want with these records. They inherit them. It's all legal. It's all done. It's all on paper. So I played some of this, and it's like the most interesting thing about this is the tracks. Zach Hill's drumming. The brother, who is rapping, sounds like he's about to lose his mind most of the time, and I guess that's part of the appeal. Is it? I don't know. I don't know. So I'm wrapping it up. I'm not going to try to stay on longer because you want me to stay on longer. I'm going to do the videos until I'm done doing them. Just like I'm not doing any that's why I don't do requests. It's just like that. That would suck. Okay, it would just suck. I'm looking at some stuff online, so I want to go out by sharing. I put when I feel like it, I will say something on my Facebook page to be encouraging to others. And so what I wrote today, and I have some specific people in mind, although a lot of people can use this message. And the message is, calm your troubled mind. Leave the drama behind. Leave the drama behind. Come on, you can do it. And I'm saying this because quite a bit of mental suffering going on in this world is self-made. It's internal. It's mental. We were talking with Blake about it yesterday, where he was talking about a gig that he had accepted that he's not sure he wants to do now. And I'm saying, well, you don't have to do it. And then he got onto this big worry trip about burning bridges. And then we talked it through where he could realize, I'm not burning any bridges. There's no bridges to burn. That's me driving myself crazy with this mental stuff that somehow I learned from the world. And a lot of it is devalue the self, put yourself down, put others before you, but not in a healthy way. See, that was the thing. When I was a kid, raised up in a Baptist family, my grandpa was the pastor of the church. You know, so, and the church was right across the street from our house. So I was inundated with Christianity and that bullshit. I call it bullshit. You know, what was one of the first things they taught and got wrong? You know, place others above you. Do for others before you do for yourself. They didn't finish it. They taught that wrong. That's not healthy. And look at the people pleasers and how I can see them. They didn't tell you the part is that what's important is to love yourself and value yourself. You know, see your true nature and be willing to share that with others. Placing others above you and over you, you folks that do that can speak from your own experience what a bad trip that is and how unhealthy that is. You know, place people above you, the idea of doing unto others as you would have them do unto you, that makes sense. Now, see, that's the part. You know, you want to treat people nice because you want to be treated nice, and you treat yourself nice. And in a world where people are being decent to each other, that could be a nice ambience. That could be a nice atmosphere to live in. It certainly isn't the one that we live in now. In general, is it? Little pockets of it, little groups of people who are getting along. But in general, the bottom line is about materialism, which is not about humanity. And so those are things that I talk about. Okay, so I'm pretty much done today. I'll do a pull. I'll go over here and see what we got, okay? We'll do a blind pull. Like I said, I know what's up here really well. And I should know what's up here. So, and I know what everything is, but I'm going to just go ahead and go here and see. I'm going to pull this one because it's kind of giving me difficulty. Gilgamesh. Well, do y'all know the story of Gilgamesh, the old... Okay, that's some more stuff to get into, but Gilgamesh, this band, associated with the Canterbury sound because of Alan Gowan, pianist who started the band, and Amanda Parsons, who was involved in Hatfield in the North, is on here. And this is, it's also produced by Dave Stewart. And this one, when I first got it, I was underwhelmed, and it just grew on me. Okay, and that's what's good about this, is that Alan Gowan's compositions, which these are primarily are, they're very good, but they're not trying to prove anything. It's like, you have to come to me. That's kind of what it's like. You have to come to this music to get it. It's not, and it's really good. Really good. Okay, I'm signing off. Talk to me, people.